On to another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream. I'm your host, the cynical asshole, Zach Daniels, as per usual. And as you can see here, we're finally on the last game. We've beaten Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we've beaten Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, and now we're on Trials and Tribulations, the last game of the trilogy. And as you can see, I'm already prepared, but I get the feeling that Francisca won't be in this one, so I'm a little saddened. But then again, I might find a new favorite in the next attorney. The next prosecutor, I mean. So, without further ado, let's jump into the madness. Oh, hey look, it's, Mia? I think her name was? Yes, let's play this. Huff, huff. Yeet. Yeet. Arg. How did I get into this mess? Isn't that Matt on guard? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. Continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. It's Phoenix! Yeah, boy, Phoenix! It wasn't me, I didn't... I didn't do it. Well, Phoenix, if you say that you didn't do it, then you must not have done it. Oh, so then this is the past. That's weird. Yeah, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning! Oh, wait, that's right. First, Mia, please calm yourself down. Oh, right, first things first, a little slight, hiccup in my stream real quick. Currently streaming Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I spelled Tribulations wrong. That's weird. No. Tribulations. There, okay. And finally, one last thing. Actually, hold on. Now, one last thing. You know how it is. I gotta put the link in the chat for you guys to join my Discord, which purely optional, but I guarantee you'll have a fun time if you do. So, there it is in the chat. Alright, let's continue. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry, it's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right, this is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I am Marvin Grossberg, I'm at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me, what, with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday, about the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. See the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. You know what? That'd be funny. That'd be funny if this is actually, like, part of the storyline. Because he doesn't seem like the type to greet someone like that. So hyper and completely weird-like. I'm gonna say, I'll give it all I've got. Now that's the Phoenix I know. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. Yes, that's something, Mr. Wright. Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Why do I get the feeling I should have played this game first? Yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. You kind of others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new with this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. Alright. Wow. This kind of tastes like they burnt it. I wonder what happened in that trial. This time I'm going to win. April 11, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 2. Is he wearing a different colored suit? Oh my god, look at his hair. It's even worse than it was in our timeline. Ms. Mia Fey, was it? She's so pretty. Why is she so pretty? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle us? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course you are. Now I know where he got desk climbing from. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. Can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon. He's so full of himself. And then he was the same way with Phoenix, and then when he lost to Phoenix, and then in the second game when they went head to head, he lost even though he didn't remember nothing. Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body, and the defendant who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. It does make the defendant look guilty, or suspicious. Sorry, don't mean to jump the gun there. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up with it. Ew. Ew. Don't talk dirty to her, you filthy nerd. I am a genteel man, if you will. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Tell him what you're made of. Perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least that much. I'm so sorry. I didn't even get a chance to read through the whole file. Well, actually, cause of death was a fatal electric shock. So then you could tell from the judge, you liar. My hemorrhoids are getting knocked out. Here. The details of the case are followed in the court record, but you knew that already, didn't you? The court record. I think I see that by pressing the R1 button. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data there, and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I gotta stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R1 button here. There would be attorney. The defense, please answer the question. What was the cause of death? An electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? So how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue. What's that? Why motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator. Catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? I actually don't know, so... How am I supposed to know this? First and last time I wore it was a year ago. This time I would like to see some supporting evidence. No need to get all worked up for this. Just that all our weapons can be found in the court record. But you're lying! Ow, wait, hold on. Apparently has a cold. The victim, he was a 4th-year psychologist. His Wright's girlfriend. Did the victim young Doug swallow up until 8 months ago. The first row. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Evidence isn't the only thing. People's profiles are as well. Yada yada yada. We already know what this. Oh god, that was adorable! Oh my god, hold on 1 second. Mia has the most adorable take that. Dahlia Hawthorne. Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least that much. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye, it's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Ooh boy, he's gonna screw up, isn't he? Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your girlfriend. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... But the defendant, please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us. Seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Alright. Time to see if there's any contradictions. I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. How do you know if he's British if you... What? I see, so you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. You look like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? Seems that you forgot. You know what the weird thing is? I'm more on Payne's side right now. Like, I should be on Mia's side, but I'm not. It's because he's clearly screwed up. That would be. This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness testimony contains any contradictions. If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is like, actually, you know what? Hold on. Stated the young duck swallowed. Even if he's your client, in court all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying the testimony just now that there was a lie? A contradiction? I'm so frustrated by Mia right now. But then again, I have to remember that this is only her second trial. And I've never been in court, so I could never pick up on this. Some of you have been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? You say that, but like, he has no real attachment to you. He just wants to live. Let's just live. Uh-oh. Hold it! That's right, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Achoo. Oh, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Actually... Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack man. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured you must love British stuff, see? It's true. Cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow? I love the judge. The judge is literally me during almost every single interaction I've had with anyone ever. Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, look on that. Show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully, little dear. I can handle it myself. There you go, it's a court like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. Let's try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Or you can always trust me to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of this testimony. Okay, but like, there's a contradiction here! Objection! You saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Wright, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. That's right. You've been lying to me! I love that it's different from Phoenix's version of it. Dun, 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 dun. Please forgive me. Wah! Bro, I know he wasn't like this. I don't remember him being like this. Yeah, you made our client cry. Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. It stands for pussy. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh, did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. Kills cold good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. Uh-oh. You lost it. Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
Objection!
Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine dropped by Mr. Wright and hidden in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify the killer as Phoenix Wright. Order! Order in the court! I'd like to present the photo and bottle as evidence. Let's start what's up into the record. Victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Found clutching the victim's hand covered in Wright's fingerprints. Also, the victim's wristwatch is broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Oh, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids. No one wants to hear about your hemorrhoids. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock, we split up. And then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. So right, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. Don't forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies. I don't know, that didn't sound like he was lying this time. But then again, I could be wrong. My name's not Felix, right? Have you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. This Dolly person is. It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. She's so lonely! Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow, before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. No, trailer her, no. Alright, let's do this. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. Except the victim was in the oncology department, correct? Yeah, we're studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Remember I called them the alchemist of IBU. Alchemist, I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and machines that run high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Okay, sure. I don't know all that much, Tom. What was it earlier in your testimony? You said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there are electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere! Why did they split up, though? So was it you were talking... Oh, wait. So what was it you were talking about? I read that one a little too quickly. Maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime. I wish that were true. And later, when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. You know what? Objection, I didn't kill him. Come on. You know what? This Phoenix seems so much different from the one that we all know and love. You know what? I think I might like him a little more, because he's actually kind of a liar. Silence. 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 Choo choo! Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. I mean, she's right about that. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. On the day of the incident? What did you do for lunch? Oh, you play it in French? Nice. It's weird to see people who speak multiple languages, but like, you know, they comment on things in English. Like for me, that's just really weird. I mean, cool nonetheless, but also weird. What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. That is a reference to Fruit Loops? No. Fruit Loops. No, that's follow your nose. Hold on. Hold on. See, now this is gonna oh, Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes. That's what it reminds me of, or that's what I think it's a reference to. No, wait, no, they're great. Oh my God! Why can't I remember? Ouch! Why'd you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Ah, so that's her Dick Gumshoe. Actually, I wonder what Gumshoe's doing right now. We didn't actually hear from him yet. I guess enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returns to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor? How the murder was carried out, of course. In the game, you have several change in names for places. Change the place for names and characters. Or, I mean, in places and characters. In the game. Oh! So, okay. I think I see what you mean. That's how was the victim electrocuted. I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? Could somehow establish how it was done. Maybe I could still come out of this mess still smelling like rose. I think I could do that, actually. Actually, I think I can. I have to, Your Honor. Yes, Sensei. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? The attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you got. So this bien restaurant becomes Bellissima restaurant. Why does the second name, Bellissima restaurant, doesn't sound familiar to me, but Tribulations restaurant does for some reason. Even though I'm very sure that I've never heard either one of those names. So I don't know. I don't know. That's cool. Tell me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. I can prove it with this! Was the cause of death? I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there's no... If they're gonna say that he got struck by lightning as the way that he died, and not the wires itself, I'm gonna be really, really, really impressed. Hey, Super Saiyan buddy! There's something that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. That's right, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? It's right here. Duh. Well, naturally, it's right here. What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then the high voltage cable, yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. Actually, no. The victim would also have access to. Actually, I think that he would know how to use it better than Phoenix ever would. In case of homeopathic. Homeopathy ref. What? That's weird. That doesn't look like that's the name of the victim. He's like, oh no. Achoo! That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. He's you? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. Pure with plants. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. Ah, you mean... Yes, it was quite clearly printed on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could look with print like that. Since on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electric cable. That's enough! I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg, my hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong! Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor! At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Wright? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't, I just can't say it. The umbrella, think out of the box, Mia. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr... Oh, what? No, I skipped it! Now I kind of feel sad. It's fine. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute, Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further... Is that his version of the objection? I admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. It's my fault that Doug died. I believe that's what he was saying. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, that's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about my girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Why are you sweating, Payne? You already knew that he was guilty. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. Wow. Wow. How long has this game been out? Like, I only learned about the Harlem Shake like a couple of years ago when the entire school was doing it. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At the moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rains, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Well then, that's a little harsh. Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Okay, so he was talking about Dolly. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep! Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me a little about what happened in a little more detail? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my reading? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. You know what? Say what you will about this Phoenix Wright. He's a lot more badass than the other one. You can't even deny it either, because the regular Phoenix Wright would have never shoved someone, or he would have never done anything like that. He would have been like, you know what? You'll get yours. You'll get yours one day. But no, this Phoenix, he was like, nah, I lost my goddamn mind. Boom! And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right, there's nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe that what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony you witnessed. And at that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come think of it. I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. For more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been... Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Oh! Oh my god, that was such a low blow. Come on, Phoenix, he's dead. He's dead. Leave him alone. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Yeah, this Phoenix Wright might be poorer than the current time one, I guess. I don't know. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. Yo, he didn't choose the thug life. The thug life chose him. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. See, now you're just taking pot shots, and that is so you. But, like, that's not going to win you any points. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add a bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Sorry, Sheldon, he fell on top of his cheap umbrella. Oh wait, hold on, no, I didn't mean to press it. So he fell on top of his umbrella, and you are certain of this. Yeah, it was right there underneath him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. He's like, I was just gonna push him. Just walk up to him, push him. Yoink! This is mine now. As is your ex-girlfriend. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah. You see, I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time, knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. Watch out, Roseberry! I tried to warn you. My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia. I'm so sorry. Continue on with your testimony, witness. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Let's look at the photo again. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Prosecutor Payne, you're gonna know Payne for real. Like, really? Really? Sometimes you gotta feel bad for Payne because he's just the tutorial prosecutor. But, like, in all honesty, there isn't a single trial where you're going off against him that you don't want to kick him in his teeth. Ow, damn. I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! See, look, they really did mess up the crust. This is why I don't like going to them. Like, this is so hard. The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo. Where is it now? Well, it was collected by the victim found broken near an electrical pole at the front. The umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. The rookie killer beaten by rookie attorney. Ironic, isn't it? No. That's like smallish irony. This is a running gag. Phoenix Wright with amnesia. And now Mia. It's like every time Phoenix is involved in something involving Payne, Payne comes up on the losing end. And it's really sad. It's really sad. It's gone too far. Payne lives matter, people. Payne lives matter! The victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. But I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial. But as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! He's like, I've lost. He's solved in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. A victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. Well done, Mia. I can't do the nerdy laugh. The nerdy laugh is all him. You could probably just find some audio track and slap it onto here. But like, in all honesty, I don't like the fact that he's laughing. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Actually, that's supposed to be Mia's line. So, pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It's foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Literally, no one does. Literally, no one is following what he's saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. Watch. Watch. It's gonna be Dahlia. Or Dolly. And she's gonna just throw Phoenix under the bus. It's gonna be the most amazing thing, except we're gonna find the contradictions in her argument. Who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. I was right. I was right. You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? Sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Uh-oh. Now she's the one with the smug look. Bad news. You could be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. Next game. Victor Payne. Payne prosecutor. You know what? You know what? That doesn't even sound like a bad title. I'd play the crap out of that. You can't be serious. Yeah, what do you mean by that? So I think I know exactly where her line of thinking is going. I mean, if we're looking at it as if like she's like just being a rookie and everything, I feel like she's gonna be like, "Ha, you fool! If Dolly saw everything, then she's just gonna say that Phoenix did nothing wrong." And even if she didn't, there's probably no chance of her actually throwing him under the bus. But she's just gonna be all up in their face about it. She's gonna be like, haha, I saw Phoenix, he pushed him, and then the man got shocked and everything. After to listen to testimony of Miss Dolly Hawthorne. Hot horn dog. Submitted to Capcom. They should send out a tweet. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna send out a tweet. I'm gonna send out a tweet, and it's going to go to Capcom, and then we're gonna be like, we got your idea for the next Phoenix Wright game. I'll even link the tweet in the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. At Capcom. One of my viewers has the perfect idea for the next Phoenix Wright game. Revolving around Prosecutor Payne. Victor Payne. Well, actually, no. His name is Winston Payne. If I remember, I think that's what Grossberg said. You can call it Winston Payne. Payne the Prosecutor. And I will personally stream it. Personally stream it for the world to see. And tweet. Alright, so let me just grab the link to the tweet real quick. Share a tweet via copy link, yada yada yada. Paste. There you go. The link to the tweet is now in the chat. Okay. April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. It's Faye. I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth at the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start relaxing, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious if they're hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Uh-oh. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side anyway. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Oh, wait, hold on. On the day you met? Wow. She planned for that. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present. I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. He's so pure! He's so pure! What happened to him? What happened to you, Phoenix, that turned you this way? Or turned you the way that, you know, you went about. A small bottle necklace in the right on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for her present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Wow, that's 4 days after my birthday. Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse? Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? An article from 28, almost 8 months ago. Wait, hold on! Oh wait, no. That would mean that the newspaper came out the day after. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to see whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. You can't to be continued me here. See, I don't get that. Why would they put the saving now thing and then ask you if you want to save? Like, that's so weird. I'm just gonna save over my other file. It'll show that I did it in my trophies. That's all that really matters in the end. District Courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Can I please call your witness? This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. Prosecution calls Ms. Dolly. Actually, hold on. Let me check the record real quick. Murder in the courtroom. Very little information is being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courtroom courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. Hey, Snake Ivan! Hooray, I got a new follower. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. That's it? That's weird. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be enough. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's the umbrella. I was about to say, what is that? An airplane? Bruh. Why is she so ugly, though? That's what the stiff silence. That's not the only thing that's stiff. Oh, ho, ho, ho. He's like, in my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. And she is pure evil. Mark my words. I can't believe he actually said that. He's like, I have the hardest of erections. She ugly though. Actually, you know what? No, I take it back. I take it back. Hold up. Hold up. Her eyes. Her eyes are pretty. The color of her hair is pretty. I hate her hairstyle. She's flatter than the board. And who has some kind of parasol indoors? What kind of nonsense is that? Also, what the hell is that around her? Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down the size. Now bash them with my gavel. I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calling my nurse. You're also nice. I almost feel right at home. Yo, she's so full of shit. She is so full of it. Oh my god. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Okay, that's a very subtle but timeless joke right there. Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yeah. She ain't got none! Mia, your chest is bigger than hers. That's saying something. Sir, there's something I can help you with. You just go on and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Beanie wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes, yes. See why you say that. It's going to be a tough witness, alright. It only took him 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. I'd been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. I hate these names. I hate these names already. And I don't even think she learned how to say his name. And I think that's the whole reason behind why she picked those nicknames. And suddenly Dougie got all lonely and just collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before, once. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madame? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. Not with that attitude. I've been planning to go back to Feeney's place. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, I mean Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing in the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry. Oh, how wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes? Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. Hey, Judge, that's directed at you! That's supposed to be poetry. Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area. Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors. He's trying to relate so hard! How else would you enter? Teleportation? Beanie and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. What were Dougie and Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop, except you were clearly spying. So, I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. Oh, there we go. Don't drag the witness down to your level. How do you even know that she eavesdrops? What? What am I being demonized here? Please go on. What did you see next? Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on its own? In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? So watching the whole thing, Beanie never did a thing to Dougie. If I pressed her for no good reason, just know the judge will get angry with me. Hold on. On the relic. There has to be something. Something was off. That's... Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never... Mrs. Fey, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting... she's so unamused by his jokes. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's pulpit was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's something to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor, I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed up. Well, why not? You didn't see it. Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. At that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant Phoenix Wright and the victim Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. It wasn't like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. So then what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break! That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that. Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's go find some other students and start. When you say students, you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on. Press for more details, let's go. How could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get any more info about the students. So does the students call the police? Yes, I was so panicked. Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear. That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find a contradiction on this one. See, back at their fucking control and set it. Okay, there. Parallel affairs with in scope. Set to in a lawyer. However, college students. I want to go and find some other students that they call parodies. Oh! You know what? Yeah! You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe that noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ah! Why do you seem so shocked? May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and was listening to music at the time. Except she's lying! She's lying! Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let out. It seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet, so the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Rhea. Testimony just now. She said something that could totally change the case. Okay, so, she didn't hear anything. That's probably not it, because it doesn't make sense. She was listening to music. If she was listening to music, then of course she wouldn't hear anything. Yada yada yada. Yada yada, that's it. There was lightning. Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now is not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, Isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? I must admit that this thought has not occurred to me. What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? Since the entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray bolt. In other words, Mother Nature killed him! It appears the defense may be onto something. Should it be that the death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me to say. Huh. I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location. Wait, but then that proves that she's lying. If anything, that contradicts Dolly's, her testimony. Sorry, we have evidence that the electric eel was definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Kane? Well, what is this evidence? This affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? The pharmacology students were conducting experiments in the labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 o'clock p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All the lab's equipment runs at a high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on! Oh wait, no, his hand's on the other side. That doesn't look like 3 p.m. At least I don't think so. It honestly depends on how the watch is supposed to... I don't know. It looks like it could just be 12:15 or something. Not 12:15. Around 11:45. That's what it looks like. The trip time and death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching a severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently the cables have become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. The power cable broke due to some sort of impact on 4/9 at 2:55 p.m. However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped into, correct? What? Bro! See, this is... The judge is weird. Like, in all honesty, he's super weird. Like, at times, he's the dumbest person in the room. But, like, at times like this, he's suddenly like, haha, but then this wouldn't have happened. And I'm just like... What? When? How? Who? Why? Just say, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable, Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to tell it was something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well, then let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? It could be that. It also could have been that. I still think it's this. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor, I believe that the only thing that snapped is the line of defense. Ah, that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Jeez. Well then, let's hear it. This is it. I'm so glad that there are no electric calls because I would have already lost by now. Alright, this is back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony He said that after you touched the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 o'clock p.m., correct? Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that a lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it's Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Yes. The prosecution also came to that same conclusion, and it was that very shove that caused Mr. Paul to be executed. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electric pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break. Well that makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into that far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Order! Order in the court! Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them. Gonna screenshot that because that's literally my mindset 99% of the time. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way that a defendant could have... Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things are a little different than I remember them. What the... Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge? One last time! So we're nearing the end of this. Right, I gave your new testimony. This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. The truth is, Beanie pushed him twice. What? But you just said that you didn't see him push him! Why are you lying? The first time was into the electrical, that's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. The Beanie caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. Wait, but that still doesn't mean that Phoenix killed him. Like, by that logic, the cable just swinging is the thing that killed him. Screenshot, the victim got out and tried to run. That is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. Shameful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Hay, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, but didn't you... Hold on. Yeah, no. It's Hawthorne. Previously in your testimony, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed him. So you're lying! I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect you. That's why you basically lied to the court. I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge? Yes? Would you please forgive little called perjury? Oh, come now. It was just a little white lie. I'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, alright? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge. Not at all. Ho, ho, ho. The judge had better be more careful himself. The dark alley is friendly as that girl. The first time. Ah! Beware, Your Honor! The first time I was hit the electrical pole, that's when the cable broke. You're saying you actually saw the moment the victim got pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't let you, but he can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause the electrical cable to break. Beanie really is scary when he gets mad. Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to your music on your headphones while you watch this scene unfold? Wow. Miss Faye, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. Oh, I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all. That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. See, no, this is exactly what's wrong with their society. Just because she's quote-unquote pretty, suddenly she gets to get away with literally everything, despite the fact that she's basically screaming, "I am the worst human being ever." That's horrible. That is horrible. Well, not enough. It's not quite right. There are handprints from the chest of the body after. Hey, were there also prints from the back of his leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't. Madam, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? Uh-oh. I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, wouldn't he? He'll stop thing and Dougie being electrocuted all occurred in less than a minute. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. Wait, no! No, it's not understandable! Because didn't she literally just say that all she could do there was cheer them on? It would have been a hard sight for anyone to hold. I'll figure out the capture from here. It's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere, think Mia. Yeah! I thought so. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. Yeah, see? Look, that was clearly an entirely different time. It's like 3:05 at best. Thought that the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It's 2:55 p.m. Would you care to explain to the court, Ms. Delia Halpern, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Order! Order in the court. What is this all about? This is nonsense. The real murderer? Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer. Ooh, I like this. Oh my god, I just realized that she has her her spirit medium thing. I never even realized that. That's so cool. What?
Dinner's ready.
Alright, go. Go eat. I'm not hungry. Go eat. Go eat. Alright, you know what? Where's my back scratcher? Is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer? It's finally time. The moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready. Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak to Miss Faye. Now let me say, let's have it. Who is the real killer? It only has been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. How can you... The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you. Order! Order, Miss Faye! What? I mean... Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Oh, dang. That was kind of weird. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? Actually, I like that. I like that, Madame Faye. I mean, she's not old or anything, but still. Miss Wright, this is a very serious charge you are. The original hold it. Your Honor? Please, I have something I want to say. You! What is it? Please. You struck everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you deaf? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone. I see why they chose that name now. He's got himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. Seems I arrived just in the nick of time. Found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Haitian District Courthouse Cafeteria. Diego Armando, age 28. Lawyer suspect Dahlia Hawthorne, who is 9 years younger than him, by the way. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of the poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Huh. And it details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Oh! That's why she's so interested. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Oh, really? Your Honor, may I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear, I have the situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Mr. Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. But you address Doug and Nick as your dear and your sweetest. So like, clearly you're lying about something. It's all just too much for poor little me to figure. I believe the girl's trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer is that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? What about? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, has a very good reason. Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. And lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hothorn. Dahlia Hothorn. Hothorn? See, I don't like names like that. It's so hard to pronounce. I first met my darling Penny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going on ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-lovey, we literally make people sing. It's just jealousy, I think. Yo, I swear on my life, if he's back in the courtroom saying that. Mr. Wright, do that again, you will be held in contempt of court. I love you, Phoenix. I hope you never change, except I know you do because the future. Oh, I can see the future! And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Go. Well, now in my youth, we say, get her done. No one is the judge in the fall of her amnesty. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony. Actually, you know what? Let's try press the card. Hey, you have been doing Duck's Fall. Wait, hold on. So that exact day she was dating him? Okay, I changed myself. Not at all. Yeah, me. I'm gonna finesse her changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. I reached for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call it the Great Judgini. The courthouse reading room, that's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, man. After all, Feeney's not only an art student, but he's also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It's something to do with the murder case. Which I'm warning you, this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case. Just Dahlia said, I better tread carefully. Keep pressing. Your Honor, if you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. So he's asked her to continue on with her testimony. Alright, well, young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What are you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I come to this courthouse to do some research traffic. She's lying! She's lying! Oh, wait, hold on, that's the wrong one. No, see, I don't know. You can't count that. You can't count that. I didn't even mean to click on that one. I think this is it. No, hold on. No, wait, no. Oh, that's wrong? Okay, fine. Whatever. 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 I'll allow that one. There we go. I mean, that was the one I was originally going to pick regardless, but I thought that you had to build into it. You know, because you're a search trader. Alright, did you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smiling on your face, Miss Faye? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? You mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. That name is Dahlia Hothorn. That's the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hothorn. She was a prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Order! 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 This is unbelievable! It's true then. All the exposed on this is Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I am Winston Payne. Well, now allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Oof. Ouch. Wait, hold on. Why did I just receive 100 points? That's weird. Oh, pardon me. Go right ahead. I cheered that about 8 months ago. Please express some interest in me. Express some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Oof. You really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. Yo, his suit is such a bright red. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. So that's what happened here 8 months ago. Alright, as you've heard from the witness testimony, she has nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. I like how her confidence level is so much higher than Phoenix's when he first started. Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Aha, Mia, you're glowing with the true lawyer's aura, my dear. And proud posture and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing. I'm at the lawyer. Why are you talking about the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential. According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all what that incident was? That's absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. Defense's question is stricken from the record. I get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you. Your heart's the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. Yeah, those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I lost my seat for just a moment, that's when it happened. How long were you gone? So to answer all those questions for the police, you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. Where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop! Oh my god, I love him! Oh my god, Phoenix, you're the best! You're the best! You're the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time. Feeny, please. Oh, thanks, I've already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Ms. Hotline, please continue your testimony. What? How much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's half a fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. So it's about 2/3 of that amount. The poison was on in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. Special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect. Oh? And where would something like that come from? I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. He said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive. The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? They see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Actually, you're lying! And I can prove it with this! You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. I love how no one's gonna talk about the fact that she just dropped him. Like, she's like, please give it back. Please give it back. Yeah. No. Okay, up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. As you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table. You! Order! Could it be? That's nothing but a baseless accusation. May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was few teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? I love how Payne has all this information from like, oh, the police already went through this. Oh, the whole entire courthouse was turned upside down. Yet, for some reason, he seems so oblivious to a lot of the things in both cases, actually. She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. You're saying I threw the poison chain away. I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? You got me good with that. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Once you can come up with some evidence, you're going to lose this lead. This conducted a full body search of Daliana and the entire courthouse. It's a container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. We're going to accuse the young lady committing the murder. But where is the container the poison was carried in? You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? That's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's... That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye? The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding that one piece of evidence that would give her away. What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Order! Order in the court! On behalf of Dahlia, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. No one's buying it. Yeah, I mean, you might be in love with her, but like... madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes! At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... Well, I want to say it's because of that necklace. But to keep you quiet is also... You know what? No. It's not, and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room. You said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. A strange girl asks for a present back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, this necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying, but you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! A lie! Can we just talk about the fact that he suddenly doesn't have a cold anymore? Mia, are you alright? Oh, the defendant. She's getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him! Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. Oh boy, you look completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be coming back soon enough. Oh, goodness. Oh no! What is it? The bottle necklace, Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. That's the... You know what? You know what? If this story actually did come before the events of the first two games, I'm shocked she even took him in under her wing. That's the only thing I could say to him. What lasers are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. He's like, nah. Nah. It's mine now. You what? She's like, you fucking what? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Ah! What the? What? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. The defense has proven the prosecution's case for us. The bottle did not contain deadly poison. How can you be so sure? It's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defensive attorney's overripe of imagination. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There, it's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Especially, Miss Ray, I cannot accept your explanation of the event. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. And the court of law, evidence is everything. Not when the judge doesn't listen to the evidence. You know, after I've proved so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I'd like to proceed with the trial. Ah! Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl was a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did you really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is Miss Faye. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? You put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, and there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. If you're so certain of your theories, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back there for. Exactly who is Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Your mama cooked fried chicken wings. You want some?
No, I'm good. There is one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why? Why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. There was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Jeannie, what a joke you are. Oh, look at that face. Look at those eyes. Jesus Christ. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne, it appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? Seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client is eating the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. Well, damn. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Nia. You keep on pushing without any evidence. You pay the ultimate price as the lawyer. Ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No. If she just comes back, you'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Ms. Gray. Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that will establish her guilt once and for all? Sorry, I messed up here. My career as a lawyer is over. I know I have the evidence. What's up, I don't have any evidence, so I found it even south. Oh, it's my attorney's badge and let her get away from murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible, you can't possibly. See if it is lying. The opinion of the court that there has already been looked at. If I allow only one piece of evidence to be presented, just one, you are unable to establish your guilt, and I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down to Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor. Just imagine the headlines from our newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. In there. And where? Sorry, everything's hit this. I was planning to poison Mr. Wright. I mean, it would have to be this, right? Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X. Ha! That's funny! That's funny! Cold Killer. You know what? This game and its just amazing use of the English language, or language in general for that matter. I love it. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't have taken this cold medicine. I thought it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony. I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I'd like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Huh? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. At first, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about in the cut electrical cables. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, she saw it had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. On top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. Ah, it's funny, his last name's Swallow, and if he had swallowed the medicine, he would have died. Look at her face. She's prettier this way. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I mean, there are some holes in her story, but you know, whatever. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So Miss Hawthorne, it's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Oh, damn. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later. You know what? You know what? Starting to think that I know exactly what she's referring to. And it pains me if that is the case, because then I have to deal with his... God, I don't even know how he described it. With him. Why, yes. I think I'll spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. Show the best. Whew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown the scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. Where were you the last couple of minutes? They even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? Look at her face! So cold and unfeeling. What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There, it's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? And well, you see, yeah. Here comes the back pedal. Ah! Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. Yo, she's a bully. She really is a bully. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah! My hair is flying off. What? No. Wait, is that really what happened to his hair? Did he actually take the medicine? About Mr. Dolly Hopper? Yes. Yeah. Wow. He's like, look at me with my cool hair. And now it's just all gone. Except save the back of his head. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Actually, it has a lot of bearing on this case. She just doesn't want to admit it. Mr. Payne? This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. I don't know. But here's Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true, my dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. This court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yeah! This court is adjourned. April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Courtroom, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them? That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship with mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But he grew up so much between now and the timeline of the first game. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Eek. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Same as Faye. A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend, but Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. She looks so old in this photo, though. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. Now, technically, your greatest weapon is evidence. Well, yeah, something has happened which made me think back to her words of wisdom. That is a story for another day. Woo! And that ends episode 1. And there's the guy who I think that I might like. I don't know yet. But anyway, you guys know what this is. We're gonna save real quick. And then that's gonna be that for the stream. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and check out my other content, because I provide the most perfect of all content. I'll see y'all again on the next one. So until we meet again, this is Slater Danger, signing off. Check you later, everyone.